Good day viewers. You are watching Future ABC Media Online TV. Today, I am here to tell you the story of a lady, her child and the father of her child. The story will be split into parts, but this is the part 1 of the story. According to the lady, she said, and I quote, "I liked him as a friend, but at some point, the feelings I had for him changed. I don't know what he did differently or what he said to me. All I realized at some point was that I was in love and wanted him for myself. He had a girlfriend and I knew about her. Maybe, it was that reason I couldn't take my chances with him until it was too late. One night he came to visit me and when he was leaving, I hugged him. It wasn't the first time I was hugging him, but this hug felt different. It lingered for too long. I didn't want to let go and he might have felt it. His hand wandered down my butt and by the time we realized, we were having sex. It felt a little bit embarrassing, but the two of us were not kids. I was older than him. I think 3 years older, but that didn't matter. We could have talked about what happened, but the two of us dressed up and parted without addressing the elephant in the room. All night I was thinking about it. What happens going forward? Is he going to be my boyfriend? What happens to his girlfriend? A week after we had sex, I heard from a mutual friend that Joe was getting married. I thought it was a lie. I called him on the phone to ask if it was true. I prayed he should tell me it wasn't true, but he said, "Yeah, I'm getting married next 2 weeks. You were the first I wanted to tell when the invitations were ready, but..." He couldn't end his statement, but I understood why he couldn't tell me about the wedding. That night he was going to tell me was the night we had sex. I cursed my stars. I called myself silly for getting involved with a friend who was getting married. I felt so bad about our actions that night, but we couldn't address the elephant in the room. We both pretended nothing had happened. I was at the wedding, looking at them as if it didn't hurt. It was after the wedding that we decided to address our issues. He came to say thank you, but we used the moment to talk about what happened between us. He told me he was sorry. I told him there was no need to be sorry because I initiated the whole thing and led him to temptation. In the middle of the sorries, emotions took over and we had sex again. His marriage was less than a month old. I beat myself for being a witch. I went to church and prayed for forgiveness of my sins. Maybe God forgave me, but he didn't prevent the trouble on the way coming. I got pregnant for him. The night I found out that I was pregnant, I cried like I was a baby. For 6 years I'd been single. A lot of guys came my way, but I used technicalities to drive them away. For 6 years I was celibate, reserving myself for the deserving man only to sleep with a groom and get pregnant for him. I was 32. Obviously, I wasn't a kid, but I had a kid problem. Should I tell him about it? No, I won't. I already know his answer, but am I ready to do what he would want me to do? Get rid of it? I wasn't so sure of what to do until I met a doctor friend of mine and narrated the whole story to her. She said, "At your age, I won't advise you to go through that. Keep the baby. If you like, don't tell him. You have a good job and can take care of the baby yourself, so why bother?" I listened to the doctor's advice and decided to keep the baby. I was hiding the pregnancy from Joe, so I did everything to stay away from him, but you know, things of that nature can't stay hidden forever, so the rumors got to him and he came asking questions. "Anne, what's the truth? Am I responsible? Everything fits and matches our circumstances. I want to be sure if I played a role." Wait for the part 2. Please subscribe.